Just going live just in a minute.
No problems.
Do you able to check whether the live is running on or not?
Let me do that on my.
Yeah, I think it's live. I just got a notification. That's great. How was the whole week so far?
It's been very busy. I so I've been helping some clients on running some Facebook ads
Mm,
and then using voice AI to um to call the client as soon as they filled out a form. And the results have been really, really good. And we've been using Knotie to show the client the calls and the conversations when the voice AI calls back, and so uh, there's a clear increase of the number of meetings booked when the voice AI calls back as soon as someone filled in a form.
mm.
And then using Go High Level to remind them of the meetings, and it's increased the client's turn up rates by 4 times. So the client's been really, really happy about it.
Yeah, 4 times is really good.
Oh, it's fantastic because the
Yeah.
client's paying £25 a lead. Um, so when they previously only um, so uh, out of 100, only 25 would make a booking.
Mm.
And out of that 25, sometimes as low as 10 would actually turn up on the meetings. So that's a big problem. And now that we've installed this system, over 40 of them are turning up. So it's a great, really, really good result.
Very nice. Very nice. Oh, that's great. So is it for another client or you are doing as part of your other businesses?
Yeah, so this is where our project with Knotti is so relevant because it makes it so much easier to show client what the results are. And the client doesn't have to know it's retail or VAPI. It doesn't have to
Yeah.
know Go High Level anything. A Knotti would just show it. So it's really good.
Yeah, we can definitely bring those in the academy that we have planned for Naughty, where we can come up with different strategies to sell voice AI agents, not just giving everyone the appointment setter, but these are like strategies how people can
Yeah.
sell, right? Just a voice AI agent with a specific uh, task-based, basically
Yes. Yeah.
uh, strategy. That okay, I'll get you client, and only when you get a client, you will pay. You don't need to pay
Yeah. Yeah.
twice,
Oh, yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And there is high margin on this type of
Of
systems.
course there is. Yeah.
And yeah, and then there are businesses who don't want to look at even what you're using as a technology. They just want to see how good it
They
is.
just want. Yeah. I, I mean, I've got another client who is a management consultant, and they are willing to pay $500 per lead. So,
Mm,
just like you say, they don't really care about the technology. They just want to see the leads. And
exactly.
this is what we as Noti can do because we can build the voice AI, we can build all that automation, and at the end, the clients just gets leads. That's all they
Exactly.
care about.
Exactly. That's yeah. But this is really essential when you're giving out these services that you echo this your client brand properly and all this bit. So yeah, definitely I think that's a really good way where we can create our academy. And by the way, I think in Naughty AI we have had a section for tutorial. Uh, I think many of the other partners who have joined was asking about where to see all these tutorials and where we are
Yeah.
putting it. So we haven't started putting a lot of tutorial yet. Most of the tutorial that we have added was technical, how to run through the platform. but
Yeah.
we are actually preparing all this tutorial now. I think Shao is
We are.
taking lead.
Yes.
Yeah, and this will all be available. Let me share my screen quickly. Minute.
And
Yeah.
and I know that you've been working extremely hard as well.
Yes, we will come to that. There has been a really good news that we have delivered, I guess, the feature that we have
Mm.
we have promised almost a month back when we have launched. So I'm so glad
Yes.
that we are. Yes, I think we have deviated, to be frank, maybe 4 or 5 days from what we have estimated, but that's always part of the challenge. So, but yeah, I think thanks to the partners, or the founding partners really who have joined us, helped us basically, way of feedback, and um, and their support and other things where we are today. So yeah, so this is the section, tutorial section in the Knotie AI
Yes.
Pro platform where we will add more and more videos. Actually, tonight the episode 7 and 8 is coming, which should be there tonight uploaded. That talks about this new feature, how to run through. But again,
Mm.
if I don't know if anyone have joined from our partner network, um, I'm anyway going to run through the new changes, the exciting ones.
Yes.
Uh, the other bit is now we are into full release cycle. So if you have seen the email yesterday that we have sent out, which was this one, now we are into full release cycle and will start calling our releases as not. So not 1.0, not 2.0, and 3.0.
Yeah.
So not, why not, right? So in sailing terms, a knot represents one nautical mile. That is how like the sailors and the pilots measure the distance that they have covered really. So we believe now we can go much faster, because one of the challenge that I had, uh, before taking up any feature, I had to always think that, okay, I'm making this feature and I need to keep a backlog of ticket that, okay, I need to remake this feature in the custom dashboard, or the WhiteLabel app. So now, because we have launched the WhiteLabel app, now I don't need to worry about it. All I can do is just or all we can do is just roll out new features very fast,
Yes.
because now we don't need to maintain uh, changes for two places, one in the usual dashboard, and another in the WhiteLabel dashboard. So I don't need to do
Yes.
that. Now we will. So in the app, earlier, if you see this URLs, this customer portal URL, this will go away completely. This will not
Yeah.
stay, because this was, in from the technical code point of view, this was being managed in a separate code base, whereas the new WhiteLabel portal that we have launched is managed as a separate project. So I had to, any changes I do, I had to do at two places. So now I don't have to do that. We will take out the existing customer portal, which is the old one. Although from the user data point of view, like if any of our partner have onboarded a client, they will be automatically migrated to the new WhiteLabel portal. So there is no challenge in that. So although it's a separate project, but from the data point of view, it will all be automatically migrated to the new portal. It looks exactly same. So from the customer's point of view, or like our partner's customer point of view, the user experience will not change at all. They will see it exactly how they were seeing it. It's just now, yesterday we have achieved the custom domain. So that means now any partner can bring their own domain and connect their domain, and the app will be actually running, the customer portal app will be actually running on their domain. So there is like the logo, name, and everything else that you see here is all on the custom domain. It's completely rebranded, and that's what we wanted to achieve by end of by this month. We said 1 month back when we launched it, And yeah, this was a really really challenging feature for which we had
Yes.
to push the release date 3 days back. Usually we do Thursday night we do a release, but we pushed it back till up about like yeah Saturday night because we wanted to test it. I guess you were testing even
Yes,
yesterday night and facing some issues, so we fixed it. So yeah, this is really something we're very proud of the team
it
and
is.
the entire thing.
It is great.
It's a really quite challenging feat that we have achieved. And
Absolutely.
yeah, and honestly, this has I said somewhere I think in the newsletter that we sent that this is the most technically complex feature that uh,
Mm,
we have released so far, really, because yes, there were technical challenges with the other like advanced analytics and the other bits that we have done. But frankly, with now vibe coding is here, frankly, with the AI models are getting improved, and especially if those are like only app challenge, that can be easily sorted out, quite frankly. But then releasing feature like an complete white label need changes in app side and need changes in middleware side, in infrastructure, in network, in your provider who provide the SSL certificates. Oh, by the way, so this new portal, if you see the certificates, uh, these are all like we are managing the certificate for the domain as well. So as a client, they don't need to worry about trust and everything. Like you need to have an HTTPS, certificate,
mhm, mm. Yeah.
and we are
And
doing everything automatically. So as soon as they onboard their domain, they need to, of course, the partner need to verify the domain with the proper CNAME and text validation. That the app will guide how to do that. And once that is done, we will onboard the domain. We will onboard the SSL certificate, and we'll manage it forever. So
yeah.
they
Yes.
don't need to ever think about, oh, my website certificate is going away or my website is getting down or whatever. Because as long as not AI Pro is alive, the custom domain will be alive. So
Yes.
there is no.
And I know you worked really hard on this, and but also this is one of the most important for clients, our members, because they've been just asking about this. It's really important that they can fully display the voice, phone calls, and information, but in their own brand. So this has
Yes.
been really important for them.
Yeah, exactly. Let me actually open the YouTube just to see if there is any questions or anything. Other than that, I think.
So just to let you know, I'm monitoring it, so I
Oh,
will
that's
give
great.
you an update
All right, cool. That's good.
if we do have anyone asking questions.
Okay, that's great. The other bit that we did was we have now over 22 demo. So we are
Yes,
covering from. So earlier we only had healthcare. Now we have real estate, e-commerce, professional services, hospitality, legal, finance, insurance. Like you can see, almost 10 domain that we have covered now. So that means our partner, if they book any customer like in a call, now they can just open up the Knotie AI Pro and they can deploy a demo or they can deploy it previous, beforehand and just give the demo on the call. So we have created now of course in the email as well I said that it was not possible for us to test all the 22 AI demo because we had very short time. So I need our partners help. I put that in the section that if you can test, give a feedback. If you see something is not working, like this morning I found out that although I was deploying it, the assistant name was not getting properly replaced. Like let's say you are putting assistant name as Kate or Millie or whatever, when it's deploying to retail, it was not actually changing the name. So I have now fixed that. So that should work. But again, I haven't tested all the 22 demo. I tested a couple of demos after the fix and it was working. But please use these features. And if you see any issues, please go to feature base and please start posting. Like I just had one quick meet call with Michael. He said that he started testing it and he found that there is no option to for customer to change password in the customer portal.
Mm,
They can do forget password, but they cannot do change password. So I asked him, please raise a feature request. He did that, and we are already. It's like next up. So we have already picked it up.
perfect.
So yeah, as I said, if you think that there is some feature that is must have before you can take it to your client, uh, please go to the feature base, add it there, and we will pick it up. I mean, Shao have been very active on here, adding different feature requests based on different feedback that we are getting.
Yeah,
But please use this feature dashboard, and believe me, if it's a small change, we will pick it up and deliver in a day or two. You don't need to even wait for like a whole release, because the way we are managing is technically the releases are for big features, and small features can go every day. Like, we are not
yeah,
stopping any features if it is small, if it can be tested, let's say in an hour or so. We are not holding it up. We are immediately doing it, and as soon as possible. And we are and the other thing is, in this report we are saying what all we have fixed, right? But for this email you have to wait for a whole week, right? So you won't know. Let's
mm,
say you have raised something as a partner, you wanted to have a feature, and then you asked Chow or me to add this, so we are adding that into the feature base, and we are taking it from there. But the problem is, if we have delivered it, you won't know it if me and Shao add it to the feature base,
yeah,
because as soon as I drag it to done or add a comment, the email notification goes out to the person who raised it. So that is
yes,
why I'm sort of suggesting or recommending people to use the feature base and add it themselves, so that as soon as we make any progress, you would get immediately notified. You don't even have to wait for this weekly release email. Like, for
yeah,
example,
perfect.
this out of this four bug fix, three bug fixes was delivered last week, last Sunday, last Monday. But of course, because we send everything as a gist every week, you don't know if we have fixed it, right? Unless you have been
Mm,
actively using the feature. So if you use feature base, and that is the whole reason why we said we are building it in public, that please use the feature base, add feature request or bugs or whatever, and as soon as we pick it up, we close it, you get to notified immediately, so that you can start using it immediately. You don't need to wait for a week, basically. Yeah,
perfect.
that's really the big features. The custom domain is really, really big. I can talk about it like a whole day, but I don't want to drag it too much. At the moment, the only thing that I want to tell is there is two-way you can verify your custom domain. One is you can go into your DNS provider and add a DNS record, as the app will show you. The other way
Yeah,
is using Cloudflare one-click verify. But for that, you need to have your domain onboarded into Cloudflare, and then the
mm,
one-click verify will work. But the the one-click verify at the moment is not effective, really. I mean, it works, but it probably works. I wouldn't say it worked, because I haven't tested a lot. I just tested one domain. Um, but it works, but it is not really production standard way. Why I'm saying so is, at the moment it's asking the API token if you click one click verify, the
yeah,
Cloudflare token, and we use the token to verify your DNS record. We don't save your Cloudflare token, but we are just using it to verify it. But I don't want to do is that way. The correct way is to use the OAuth 2 client, like an OAuth 2 connection, where
yes,
we
yeah,
will take you to the Cloudflare dashboard to verify yourself and verify the
yes,
domain. That's what we will work. We said in the email itself what's coming next week, and as you can see here, we said we will standardize it and finalize the one-click domain verification process for even easier custom domain setup. So yeah, I don't know if any of our partner have Cloudflare one-click Cloudflare domain, or if they're aware of the Cloudflare DNS system. If you are, please let us know if this is like a really urgent thing. We can even take it up before, but this is something we will definitely work on.
Well, certainly I've got a client who will subscribe now that we've got the white label and they use Cloudflare, so we can definitely
Sure.
test with that client. And I just wondered, even if we have Cloudflare, can we go into Cloudflare and change the DNS
Yeah.
records? Would
Yeah,
that work as
that
well?
works. Yeah, that works. It's just the one-click verification is not.
Okay.
I think one-click verification also works, but it's not standard. So it's asking API token where
Yeah.
the user might get a bit frightened that why it is asking API token. Would we save this or not? So that's why I wanted to just clarify that the system is asking only to verify. We are not saving your Cloudflare token at all because there is no need for us to do that. But I will standardize it so we don't use the API token basically.
Brilliant. That's good. I think, and we've got Rita and Rappy as voice agents. So yeah, so that's going to be really useful for our clients.
Yeah, but just so you know, we have been discussing that there are six
Hmm.
provider that we are bringing very soon. So we already have Retail and Vapi. Then we are building Ultravox. Then we'll bring Millis AI. Then Twilio agents, DeepGram, and then
Yes.
finally we will have the open source project that I've already sort of announced in the channel that we will create an open source project. It will not be directly tied up with Knotie AI Pro like as a brand, of course, because Knotie AI Pro will remain a voice integration platform or voice AI integration platform, but we will definitely bring in Knotie AI as an open source voice AI platform that anyone can use basically. But that's coming, I think, on the sixth week. So every week
Perfect.
onwards, we will have a new provider. As I said, now we can move faster now because we have the custom domain. Uh, the only one feature that is holding us and that will be delivered next week, which is where is it? The webhook. So this is one of
Mm,
the really essential feature. We have already started working on it, and this is the only feature that is sort of holding us from integrating different platform faster. Once we have the webhook support for getting the agent analytics, that's it. Then we can just very quickly integrate platform after platforms, and will soon become like I guess the only platform in the internet having this many integrations.
perfect.
Yeah,
And I know being talking about being unique. Last week we delivered our marketing videos to to our early members as well,
yeah,
which is great. And just to let everyone know, I'm producing a training video on how to build up this Facebook conversion course so that you can then use it for yourselves, and it's going to be hosted on NA10
yeah,
using retail, and the results can be then shown on Knotie. So that I think will be useful for our clients and any other tools that we will use to promote Knotie. Um, we will have it as a course, um, so that our Knotti community can grow with us. That's I think that's the big difference between us and others is that we are not only providing the technology and a dashboard, but also we will give you the tutorials. We will give you the marketing, and we'll give you other tools to help you to grow as well.
sure. Yes, that's absolutely fine, and that's absolutely I guess on par what our vision is as well. Uh, on that regards, if you see, I think few of our partner were a bit confused about seeing this videos and try to download it. These are
Yeah.
these are mock, these are not real videos. What you need to do is send us an email on support@knoteaipro.com, sorry, knoteai.pro, and we will send you the actual marketing video. So when you send an email, add your logo into the email and send it to us, and we will send you a completely white label marketing demo to you. This video section will be populated soon because these are not like the urgent importance to us, as we already have the manual way of doing it. That is why we're not focusing on this feature yet. This will probably be 3 or 4 weeks from now, then we will start focusing on how we can improve the marketing and sales segment. However, I think what we have realized that the demo is something really important, because you would go into the customer call
Mm,
and you would want to show what your capabilities are. That is why we are focusing very much on the demo, and so that basically you can start using what is really important. The other bit, marketing video and post, we will come soon.
perfect. That's great.
Yeah.
Was there anything else that you wanted to cover in regard to Knotie?
Um, not on top of my head. I think. Let me just check if there's anything that I'm missing. Oh, by the way, this forget password is active now, so you should be able to use that as well. And okay, so two things. There has been a request to make the dashboard simplified. So I
Mm,
think we are working on it. It will be released very soon, where all these options will go away, or you will only have
perfect.
dashboard, detail usage, and call history as default, and knowledge base.
Mm,
Only four thing will be default, always
yep,
available, and then all the other section will not remove it, but it will be controlled by the partner. So basically, a partner can go into the customer list, and they will be able to enable this section from here. And as they
perfect.
enable, the customer board will basically, whatever it is. Yeah, so basically in the customer dashboard, those sections will be available. So there is a chance that they can upsell those features,
Mm, mm,
like sort of integrations, let's say. So we are bringing. I think there was a tutorial I brought last week about Composio. I'm trying to have a discussion with them tomorrow to see what offer that they can give us in terms of using Composio for tool integration, because what I found was they already have 300 plus apps ready to
mm,
integrate. So I think what is a great opportunity for us not to build it from scratch and take
mm,
a year to build 300 app integration. Instead, use someone like Composio and let the integration tab be ready with it, basically. So that means as a platform, as a partner, when you go out and you go out and try to sell voice AI agent, you can confidently say that I support, or we support 300 plus app integration,
yeah,
right?
perfect.
And that's what I'm just going to do a bit of. Uh, I have a meeting tomorrow with them to understand their tech stack, the security part of it, of course, because that is what my main concern is, to use
Yeah,
any third party like model, sorry, third party to integrate, how they are making sure the tokens are being kept securely. Do we have GDPR right over those data? All these bits, I have a list of sort of questions that I need to ask them, and then we will yeah, we'll just find out, and then we'll integrate that. So that will give our partner a huge edge, I would say, over
yes.
any other, not just white label platform, but also any other general voice AI platform. Because telling confidently that you can integrate 300 plus tools is a huge thing. And I think our partners will be able to do a lot more automations uh, uh, easily. with voice AI agents. Like we don't waste
Yes.
time. So that's the other
Brilliant.
thing.
No, that
Um, and just as I speak, I think team has delivered the change password. So that's great. So this one, I think now I can say it's in progress. So
perfect.
so we have been working on change the password, and I can see now this option is enabled. So I think someone have already pushed the changes, which is a really nice thing. So now I think users can actually change the password, and that's what I meant.
That's
Like you can please raise it in the feature-based portal because we have added a few developers also to look at those and pick the
brilliant. That's a live stream exclusive.
yeah, yeah, exactly. So, so yeah,
Brilliant.
that's really
No, that's great. Well, so I guess one more thing, because I know everyone loves your updates and your analysis on what's happening in AI. Can you just give us a brief uh sort of summary of what's happened?
yes. I think this week I have not been able to focus too much what happened, but I saw two or three news that
Hmm.
was really really interesting. One of it was I saw an open source product that has came up. I think it's a TTS model, text to not TTS, it's a STT model. What was the
Hmm.
name of it? So this open source model was able to do 1 hour of transcription in just 1 minute. Sorry, 1 second, not 1 minute, which is
Wow.
massive. And that is with 6% error rate. That means around 6 out of 100 words
Yeah.
not right, which is standard. It's not that bad. Of course, it's not at par with the best models like DeepGram and
Hmm.
other stuff.
Hmm.
But this is really exciting, especially because if there is a concern, and I was actually going through, I'm going to actually talk about that later. So I was going through some of the AI policy, global AI policy, and safety policy, especially European Union have one of the first union who have came up with this AI policy, AI safety policy. And I was going through that, and uh, there have been two new certification standard that has came up. I think one is ISO 23894 or something like that, and I think I had written somewhere. I'll just bring that up. So yeah, long story short, when I was looking at those specification, I saw there's a paramount interest of having open source technologies because you have more control. You can control where the data is there or data is stored and data is processed, which is really, really important as part of GDPR.
Hmm.
And the third bit is the GDPR's right. So if you are using any, especially in the healthcare and finance and any reg tech sector, which is regulated industry, you need to have the compliance to different regulatory framework, which
Mm,
actually
mm,
states that users should know where their data is processed and where their data is residing. So I think this model particularly catch my interest because this was open source model and it
mhm.
was fast and it was good. I think 6% is not bad, especially if you go for normal workflow like appointment setting and everything. Because even if you think
Yes.
of a real life scenario when someone calls a human, they generally don't understand everything at one go, right? So
No, no.
it's
And
fine.
and how does that affect? We were talking about our own advanced analytics, and we were looking at using, I don't know, 4.0 or 4.1 mini. Um, with these open source, is it possible for us to use this to provide our advanced analytics?
Yes, that is where it will impact us, or not impact us positively. Whereas,
Yes,
because as
yes.
you know, we are moving into public cloud platform like Azure, so we
Mm,
can actually use Azure hosting to host these models and test it with as part of our advanced analytics. So that I think there was a question almost 3 weeks back from one of our partner asking us about when he can sell the
yes,
agents in European market because he has to be
yes.
GDPR compliant. And I
Yes.
said, we ourselves is GDPR. We have to GDPR compliant because we are operating from UK. So that is our really, really high focus. As soon as we deliver the feature work, the core feature work, we start looking at security, and we will try and apply all this security certification as well for our platform. And that is where actually I started looking into these policies, which is
Mhm.
probably the second thing I want to talk about. And let me just see where I have saved this. I have saved this somewhere. Just don't know where I have done this. uh, 1 minute. Yeah. So two policy, one not policy, compliance certification standard. One is ISO IEC 42001, and the other is ISO IEC 23894. So 42001 is AI management system standard. Again, this is not a certification. This is a standard. So this is a sort of policy that you need to have, like a set of documents, you can say, you need
Mhm.
to
Mhm.
have for your company if you're providing AI related services to anyone. And
Mhm.
that should have, I mean, and I'll cover it in detail in a separate video. Just want to go it in a very high level. This document should have your AI policy and objective. It needs to have the impact and risk assessment. What I mean by impact and risk assessment is there will be a bunch of questions. And what I'm planning to do is create an AI agent that will sit inside a not AI Pro platform, and any partner can use that and see if they are compliant. So it will ask a bunch
Mhm.
of questions. It will ask like, um, sorry, yeah, the question it will ask like, how many team members you have, do you sell it
Mhm.
as B2B or B2C, what kind of user data that you process, is it a PII or PHI,
Mhm.
is it stored in a database, and is it a long-term database, how are you saving it in the long-term database, where do
Yeah.
you host your system, describe your voice AI agent flow, like what all different components that you are using to process the voice. Do you fine tune any model? When you fine tune any model, where do you source the data from? Is it all approved or authorized?
Mhm. Mhm.
Um, so there are actually bunch of questions. I think there are over 40 and 50 questions,
Right.
which I have sort of collected as part of this, what do you call, the 42001, uh, not 42001, sorry, the 23894. And but the 42001 is the certification standard. So for
Mhm.
that, there are set of guidelines that you need to follow. You need to create policy, and then you need to hire external auditor who will audit this,
Mhm.
and then they will
Yeah.
issue certificate. So yeah, this is something really we need to be able to crack into the B2B and enterprise space, because in enterprise space, regulation is everything, functionality means nothing.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
so yeah, so
Yes.
we will educate our partners. I'll try and bring even videos through the channel as much as possible. But our partners, I have a plan to put an agent inside Not AI Pro that they can talk with, and they can prepare themselves for the certification. Of course,
Mhm.
we are not the authority to issue certification, but we can help them from within the platform. We can help them become compliant or closer to compliant. And then we can also bring in vendors, like if they want, oh, I don't know how to, what vendor we should trust, or also all those sort of things. We can definitely talk with different vendors, bring partnership, and help our partners to achieve this sort of this standardization,
Perfect.
basically. But yeah, there's a lot in plan. There's a lot of things that is running
There
on.
is. Yes. Yes.
um, yeah. Um, Other than that, I think there has been some of the TTS that was launched last week. Again, a few of the open source TTS, some released from Open Voice. There was a vision model that was released, very small model with 750 parameters or something, and it can be run on your GPU. But I
Mhm.
tested that model; it could not do OCR. It can only do object detection.
Okay.
So not perfect for our use case. But yeah, if you're trying to use anything which is like yeah, anything that like demo or something, you can play around that. I have been this week. I have been specially focusing on the open source part. The reason is because I was recently focusing on healthcare a lot, and that is why
Mm.
I've been more focusing on the open source stuff. There is a company, I don't know if you heard of it, called Smallest.ai.
Okay.
So this company is now producing small models, really small models and effective models. But this is all for enterprise space. They have introduced voice cloning as well with small language
Right.
model. They are
Okay.
multilingual as well. Again, not promoting or anything, something that I came up. Um, and yeah, I think that's all really. I mean, there was, of course, thousands and thousands other names. It's becoming increasingly difficult to filter them out. So,
Yes. Yes.
so yeah.
Yes. No, very good. No, I think that's very good. We've made a lot of progress. The white label, I think the big things that are white label
Yeah.
solutions there and ready. Um, and yeah, so I'm also starting to build our affiliate program.
Mm,
So that would help our members to recommend other members and as a way of saying thank you. So that has been built within Go High Level. So it all ties into our
yes.
offering.
Yeah. Oh, that's a great news. Yeah, I think on that front, I think it's a right time to sort of pre-announce that the one time will go away very soon.
Yes,
Uh,
yes, it will.
because we are now started adding a lot of cost. So
Yes.
yeah, if you want to talk about it, I think
Well, now that we're offering the white label, um, we would need to be paying people like Cloudflare to complete our white label solutions. So there is a lot of costs and there's processing and hosting and costs. So um, the white label will disappear, but we will have a monthly offer um, to to our still relatively early adopters. And as you know, as we build, the cost will go up. Eventually, it'll go up to what we've listed there, which is
yeah,
£97 a month, 297 and 497. But the first step we're taking is we're taking away the lifetime offers now and moving towards a monthly paid offer.
yeah,
So the monthly paid offer would still be very, very attractive as an early adopter. Um, and so our advice is, join early. But as more of our products and features come online, we will be moving up the um, the pricing tiers because we do have the best offering for AI engineers, both from a the ability to showcase your voice agents, but also to help you on the marketing, to help you on the affiliates, to help you on the demo side. So there's a whole chain of offers that we provide, not just the technology itself, because we just want you to grow with us and be a successful voice AI agency or engineer.
yeah, yeah. That's right. I guess again, if anyone new watching and not still like sure if you want to take the one-time offer, I would say join the waitlist because if we start send the offers, we would first send it to the waitlist members, of course.
Yeah,
But yeah, this one-time offer, just to reiterate, is going to go away in about a week's time.
yeah,
So please go ahead if you really want, if you really see future
last chance.
with us, as we would continue to do this every week.
Mm,
We continue to provide value. We are building in public, and if you feel the platform is trusted, and if you see future in with us, I think this is the best time or the last time. I would say not the best time is gone
abs-
because best time we had other offers, but the last time where the lifetime pro access will be there. we are going to take it off in about a week's time. Now that we have almost reached our
Yeah.
um, not 1.0, which is the uh, initial dream we had, the MVP, you might say, right? So yeah,
Yes. Perfect.
cool. Yeah, I guess that's all really for this. We have already spent 45 minutes without noticing it. So
Yes.
yeah,
Good. Well, I think really looking forward to next week because I'm sure there'll be further developments and let's meet again.
yep, that's great. See you later then, and take care.
Thank you.
Yes,
Cheers.
bye.
Bye bye.